Hello, my name is Jennifer and welcome to another Sims 4 news video. This is about the January 17th game update, what was fixed as compared to the laundry list, as well as the two kits that were announced. The kits were announced first, but I'm going to talk about the game update first. In addition to comparing it to the laundry list, I'm going to touch on a couple of things that are over on EA Answer Headquarters with respect to what was supposed to be fixed, as well as the mod impact. So the Sims Direct tweeted with the patch notes. Of course, as usual, that came later than the actual update. The update was at 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. my time Eastern, and the update notes came at a later time. So there are two places you can get them. One is on the forums, one is on EA's website. This is just a screenshot from the forums. Everything highlighted in yellow here from the base game element was what was on the laundry list. So all the other things weren't there. So there were a few other fixes in addition to what was on the laundry list, which I kind of thought might happen just because of the length of the laundry list. So you can see that up on the screen. And then this was for like consoles and the various packs. And as you can see, with respect to the packs, all the fixes were just what was on the laundry list. And then there was a couple of things for console that if you're a console player, you can see there. And I'm sure those were things that were probably greatly appreciated. Though I'm sure we would also like some more bug fixes. Of course, what didn't come were infants, and nor did I expect infants to come. I would have been very surprised if they did, but I know a lot of people were really expecting them. But we were told we were getting one big update this season, whatever season means. And we also know we're getting an expansion pack. And usually, as far as I can remember, we always get a big update before an expansion pack. So I was kind of thinking it would be coming with the expansion pack. Obviously, it's going to be base game. I'm not saying it's coming in the expansion pack, but I'm saying I'm expecting it to be in the update, the base game update that precedes the expansion pack. So just for fun, here is the actual laundry list, and the only thing that didn't get fixed, or in the patch notes at least, was Sim still holds fear of being afraid of the dark after being cured. So they do, when they give the laundry list, they do say that this is what they're hoping to fix. There's no guarantees, so it's not like unheard of for something to be on the laundry list to not actually make it into the update. But so there were 18 things on that laundry list and 17 things that were said to be fixed in the update notes, which is what I'm getting to now. So there was actually one thing that wasn't in the update notes, and that was respect to the Bean Sims. And we know that we got an SDX that was supposed to fix it, but it didn't fix it for everybody. But what happens with SDXs is they get rolled into the update later on. And this was, a comment on the post about it still being an issue after the SDX, that it's supposed to be in the patch now. And Kudo, who is a modder, checked on the pack interactions and said that they should be fixed. So, but it's not in the notes and it's not closed, but Krenric is asking for any feedback from anyone who is having the issue to comment whether or not it is fixed for them. In particular, there were a few people who had commented there that they were being tagged. But honestly, if you're experiencing it or had been experiencing it and see that it's been fixed, head on over and comment there that it has been fixed or it hasn't been fixed for you. I will link to that. I will link to everything down below, but I'll obviously link to that so that if you can provide feedback on that, you can do so. The other thing was the Sims keeping moving after being paused. There is a new bug report for that. And with respect to that, Krenric is asking for some feedback that if you are experiencing the Sims moving after the game is paused, if you could post your computer specs. That means your operating system, your graphics card, and your processor are the main things that are being asked for. I didn't update my game immediately. I was checking, waiting to find out the mod impact, which there really wasn't any mod impact, but mods were still disabled as usual. So I have now updated, but I did it a little later, and I personally haven't seen that, but I had only played in a mod-free save. I hadn't played with it. I had taken my mods out. I did a new save altogether, and I hadn't noticed that myself, and I did try and watch for it. But, you know, I was playing, so I mean, I wasn't constantly watching for it, but when I did look for it, I didn't see it myself. And I know some people said that they, for the most part, didn't see it, but they would see it occasionally. So anyway, so it does seem like some people are still experiencing that. So definitely go head on over and share your feedback if you are experiencing it, including what Krenrick has asked for. So that's really it for like what was fixed and sort of what I looked at EA Answer Headquarters, you know, what wasn't in the patch notes that was noted there and what was. And I'm going to move on to the mod impact, which was minimal. From what I can see, almost all the mods that I had seen reported survived with no issues. I mean, which kind of makes sense because it was just a bug fixing, really. That was it. There was nothing new added. It was just bugs were fixed. And so you can see this screenshot at the time that I took it shows some things that were cleared. It does say that the disable wants and fears workaround fixed by Little Miss Sam. It's obsolete, but it also said it prevents wants and fears from being added. So some players still might find it useful. So Little Miss Sam's mods were ones that were cleared, except for one that was updated, and she has showing here Scarlet's Kiss Neck for adults. That's the one by her. And then you can see a few other ones that were updated. And then this is not final. I will link to this so you can go check it out and see if anything that you're, you know, using may possibly need to be updated. But mostly what I saw were things were coming through as being cleared. And that's, of course, assuming you're not using CurseForge. I am not using CurseForge, so I still go back to here and take a look. But, so I can also speak to how it works after a game update. And this is probably not the best test of it since very little broke. Probably the update that's going to precede the expansion pack and the update that brings infants, which I'm thinking will be one and the same, but I'm not, you know, I don't know. That's my speculation. I'm still wondering about that live stream on the 31st and whether or not that might be something. I don't know. Because if the live stream on the 31st also has to do with the pack, they haven't announced it yet, and that's pretty soon. So I'm still a little bit not really sure. You know, maybe they mean a big update in addition to the update that's coming with the expansion pack, and they just don't mention that update because that's a given, and we're getting two. Again, I'm just like speculating, talking, but that's just in respect to the fact that whatever big update we get and whatever we get infants, I am expecting mods to break with that particular update, but that's not right now. That's sometime in the future, but I don't necessarily expect it to be very far in the future. So that's it for like the game update. Now I'm going to move along to the kits that were announced. Of course, one was leaked last week, but both kits were announced. The Sims get the latest in lounging with styles that put the woo in woohoo or transform your bathrooms into a perfectly organized mess with the Sims Simtimate Kit and the Sims 4 Bathroom Clutter Kit. I find that one hard to say. So that was the tweet, and then they followed up with that. Oh, so, and it's coming January 19th, which is Thursday, and the release time for kits is usually 10 a.m. Pacific. And I don't have it here, but I will try and get a link so you can see when that is for you. If you're in the Eastern time zone, that's 1 p.m. They then followed up with a little bit closer on the Sims 4 Simtimates collection kit. This collection will help any Sim look bold, flirty, and charming in the bedroom with lacy bodysuits, a variety of underwear styles, and playful boxer prints. And then they have a picture, which there it's zoomed in a little bit more. So you can see, a few of the items closer. I do have more details later that were got from the, the code. And then make the bathroom the most decorated room in the house, from grandma's dentures to wall decor made for all ages. It's the best space for personal escape with the Sims 4 Bathroom Clutter Kit. Again, both are available January 19th, i.e. Thursday. And there's a closer look at some of the items in the kit in like the world. And then SimGuruAsh tweeted, "You know the drill. Is it over or under?" And then she does say that she used move objects for this, but the items on the shelf, they were placed normally, but the items on the sink were used using move objects. But one thing that you can see there is a light switch, which is coming in the kit, but also will be coming another, not that one, but there will be a base game light switch coming, but it is non-functional, at least at this time. We don't know when that is coming. I kind of wondered when I saw that if we're getting an SDX like on the Wednesday, because sometimes we get SDXs the day after the game update, which I don't know how long this is going to take to upload, so we may already know, or maybe imminently we'll know. So someone did ask, Little Nerdy Simmers asked, are light switch comings on kits or base game? And that's where SimGuruAsh replied, we have one releasing to base game. And then someone also asked separately, can we expect this week or next month the update of the babies and the switches? So they kind of threw in the babies in there. But the reply to that was, I can't remember exactly, but it's not today's patch. We really wanted one for base game though, so I'm excited, was the response. So, of course, they're not going to say when the infants are coming, but I guess it doesn't hurt to try. So then we have some more detail, like I said, that came from the code, from Sematically, who is the one who always, gets this stuff. So all of these screenshots and pictures are coming from Sematically. I did originally see it on Sims Community, but their source was Sematically. So you can see the icons, which I did use on my thumbnail and cover. So you would have seen them there too, but the source was Sematically. And then they tweeted the splash screens for both of the kits, which there's a closer up look, and again that is just a closer up look at what was from that tweet from Sematically, so you can see that, which has those pictures. And then there was the cover for the Bathroom Clutter Kit. I did actually see the cover for the other kit in the Sims Community article, which I will link to the Sims Community article, and I will just link to Sematically's Twitter, because there's like a whole bunch of tweets there with all of this, so it's easier just to go to the Twitter and see them. I didn't happen to see the cover for the Simtimates on Sematically's Twitter, but we do have a close look of all the items that are coming with the kit. So there's 24 items for the Simtimates collection kit, i.e. CAS kit, and I think there's an okay amount of male things there in comparison to what we normally get, but they still have less than the females, which unfortunately is how it seems to be all the time. But I'm thinking in comparison to what the proportions normally are, it may be a little bit better, but there's actually a few pieces there that I wasn't, I was thinking I wouldn't be interested in it at all, but there are a few pieces I could see me maybe using as sleepwear. And then there it is just closer up, so you can see a little bit closer. And there's the bathroom clutter kits that you can see there. And there's 31 pieces of items that are coming with that. And funny thing is, I don't actually do clutter in my builds very much, but it's quite cute, and I might be interested in getting it myself. And there's a zoomed in look. So, I mean, of course, a lot of people are like, oh, custom content is free, but I personally don't use custom content. I don't want to have to be dealing with making sure it's updated and all that stuff. I'd rather just get the stuff that's in the game and they have to look after it. Of course, there's a lot of bugs that are outstanding, but but also at the same time, I'm sure this stuff doesn't break that much, but I just prefer to use game stuff. So when I'm uploading to the gallery, I don't have that little CC wrench, and I also don't have the time to go looking for it. So, but yes, if you're a CC user, this is probably not as much interest to you, but for those who can't or don't use custom content, probably a little bit more of interest to them and to me in some cases. But so that is it. Let me know what you thought about the game update, what was fixed, what wasn't fixed, and also if you have any interest in either or both of the kits that are coming out. But that's going to be it for this video. Likes and comments are always appreciated and they really help with the algorithms. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!